with our class today. Today we are covering the first tutorial, the foundations of the logic. What we're going to talk about is the logic. So first of all, let's define that the first thing we're going to define these expressions that you will hear me talking about. First of all, ايش يعني لما اقول mathematical logic؟ كلمة logic نفسها means المنطق. Mathematical logic is the tool for working with a compound statement when I have more than one statement. For example, if I say in a 1 plus 1 is equal to 3 and the 4 is greater than or equal to 5. So I have a compound statement here. Stop the side chatting, please. Stop the WhatsApp group, everything later on. Focus with me. Now, the word logic in general معناها the study of the correct reasoning. المنطق يعني إن we reason and we check what's the correct reasoning way. طبعا the logic is important for the mathematics to prove theorems, and it's important for the computer science as well to check how the program is working and how the program is supposed to work. This is why the M131 course is very important for the computer science students. It shows you how the program is doing the logic, how the program do the operations. So the first thing we are gonna talk about the propositional logic. راح نتكلم عن two type of logics by the way. راح نتكلم عن propositional logic وراح نتكلم عن predicate logic. عندنا predicate logic propositional logic. Propositional logic أكيد it works with the propositions. Predicate logic it work with predicates. طبعا راح نبدأ بالpropositional logic أول شيء. So what does the word proposition mean? Proposition معناها statement جملة فيها fact, and this fact can be told to be true or false. فعشان أقول إن عندي proposition it is two things. راح يكون عندي statement ولازم الstatement هذه يكون فيها fact. إيش يعني fact؟ يعني فيها حقيقة. And this fact can be told to be true or false. بمعنى إن أنا لما أقرأ الstatement I can tell إذا كانت true or false. For example, if I told you إن today is Sunday, هذه statement صح؟ جملة فيها fact إن today is Sunday. طيب then you can tell it's true or false صح ولا لا؟ I know it's false. Today is Tuesday. For this, what does a proposition mean? جملة فيها fact. الفاكت هذه can be true and it can be false. Okay. Now, for example, if I give you this statement, open the door. هذه فيها fact. هذه فيها fact. No. It's a command. إيش يعني command؟ يعني أوامر، أمر. It doesn't have a fact. فأكيد this one is not a proposition. هذه فيها proposition. Today is Sunday. Open the door is a command. فأكيد it's not a proposition. طيب, if I ask you, how are you? هذه جملة. لكن فيها fact. It's a question. It doesn't have a fact. So it's not a proposition. Another example is when you have, for example, let's say, if I told you in x plus 3 is equal to 4. It has a fact. فيها fact. إن x plus 3 is equal to 4. But can you tell if it's true or false? أقدر أقول it's true or false؟ ما أقدر صح ولا لا؟ لأن ما أعرف what's x. I don't know what's x. الحين لو ال x1 it's gonna be true. If the x is 5 it's gonna be false. طيب أنا إذا ما أعرف ال x can I tell it's true or false? I cannot. So this is an example of a not proposition statement. The proposition معناها declarative sentence. إيش يعني declarative sentence؟ يعني فيها fact. هذه كلمة إن فيها fact معناها declarative sentence. That can be either true or false. إذا كانت true we say it is t, it has a value t. إذا كانت false it has a value F. And not both طبعا, or somewhere in between. The commands, the questions are not an example of a proposition as we saw. Okay? الحين when I have a statement like today and Sunday, we refer to it with the P, small p. بدل ما أقول today is Sunday, أقول the preposition P. ممكن I can refer to it with the letter Q as well. ممكن small r. We can use those small letters, usually P, Q, R, and S are used to refer to the preposition. أسمي فيها the preposition to make a short version of my preposition. Okay? Clear? So the preposition, it has a fact. And this fact can be true. This fact can be false. So here we have examples of all proposition. كل examples, the 3 examples that we have here are all proposition. When I say in Washington DC is the capital of USA, هذه فيها fact, right? طبعا الفاكت هذه true or false? It's a true fact. طبعا we don't care انها true ولا false, by the way. ممكن تكون true ممكن تكون false, لكن it's a proposition. All the time it's a proposition. مثلا California is adjacent to New York. Now this is something I didn't know about. This is false. California is in another state than New York. مثلا when we say in 1 plus 2 is equal to 3, is it a proposition? هذا proposition صح؟ فيها fact. إن 1 plus 2 is equal to 3 and it's a true thing. So it's a proposition والvalue حق the proposition is true. طبعا all the examples هنا are not proposition. ما هم proposition. مثلا when I say what time is it, هذا question mark على طول أعرف إن it's not a proposition. لما أقول لا كذا, what information I'm getting? Nothing. It's meaningless. When I say read this carefully, this is a command. أوامر هذه ما فيها معلومة. When I say إن 1 plus 2, طيب إيش 1 plus 2? Just 1 plus 2. ما فيها معنى. ما تطلع true ولا تطلع false. It has no true false value. فأكيد it's not a proposition. الحين also we said إن لما يكون عندي 1 plus 2 equal to x, هذه فيها fact. لكن الفاct cannot be known إلا لما أعرف value x. this is not a proposition. طبعا keep this in your mind. شايفين الexample هذا خلوه في راسكم. هذا عارفين ليش؟ لأن هذا predicate. هذا النوع الثاني من اللوجيك. This one is a predicate اللي يكون فيها الx. Just telling إيش الx will allow me to know it's a true or false. فعشان كذا أنا أسميها predicate. It's not a proposition, but it can be a predicate if I know the value of x. Keep this in your mind. Later on, we will talk about the predicates, inshallah. ماشي? Everything is clear? Good. So later on, we will talk about what we call operators أو connective. طبعا كلها هذه مصطلحات expressions راح نستخدمهم. be careful about what does they mean. إيش يعني operator وإيش يعني connective. It is what connect two things together. الحين أنا لما يكون عندي number 1 و number 2 I join them together with the plus. Right? So connective, operator. ففي النمبرز usually الكونكتيف اللي هي بلس الماينس المultiplication والdivision. Those are the operators that we have. The operator can be unary. Unary يعني it work in just one thing. Like إن لما أقول minus 3. And it can be binary. Binary يعني it works with two things. كلمة binary يعني ثنائي. يعني it works with two things. زي لما أقول 3 multiply with 4. المultiplication هنا جمعت ما بين 3 وال 4. الماينس هنا it just act on 1. Okay, so it's unary. الحين propositional or boolean operators اللي هي تجمع ما بين prepositions. Okay, we will understand this later on with the examples. الحين some popular Boolean operators اللي هو negation, not, and, or, XOR, implies, if and only if أو double if نسميها. Those are the operators that we have. Now let me show you one thing here. Let me show you how we are using these operators. Now, before we know the operators, you should know إن عندنا the preposition, it can be simple preposition or it can be compound preposition. إيش يعني simple preposition؟ يعني it just have one fact. Okay, simple preposition يعني just have one fact. فمثلا لما يكون عندي the preposition I'm gonna call it P إن today is Sunday. اتفقنا ان هذا preposition صح؟ It has just one fact. Now the preposition can be compound. Let me give you another example. Like a Q, today is raining. So P is a one simple preposition. Q is a one simple preposition. الحين I can make it into a compound preposition as following. I can say today is Sunday and today is raining. Can you see what we did? I connected the two sentences with the and. الحين if I'm talking about this is P and this is a Q, I found A and Q. Another way I can say today is Sunday or today is raining. I can write this as P or Q. This is a Q, dear. هذا ال Q. Today is raining. And this is the P. Today is Sunday. Okay. So this is what we are talking about. طبعا the and we refer to it with this sample. The or we refer to it with this sample. So we write this like P and Q. We write this as P or Q. Those are the connectives we are talking about. Those are two examples of connective. طبعا احنا ما عندنا just two connectives. We have this much connectives. عندنا number 1 negation, number 2 conjunction, number 3 disjunction, exclusive or, implication, and the bi-conditional connection. النegation unary زي علامة الماينس. It just acts on one thing. فلما أقول negation P معناها not P. It's not. For example, P is today is Sunday. The negation will be what? Can you tell me? If this is my P. اللي here today is Sunday. What will be the negation? Today is not Sunday. Yeah. Notice إن not مو معناها إن نصلح السنتنس. مو معناها أقول today is Tuesday. Today is not Sunday. أدخل عليها النوت. الباينري اللي هي الآند فمثلا P and Q زي ما سوينا من شوي. الأور اللي هي disjunction معناها P or Q. Today is Sunday or today is raining. Now, an exclusive or, and we will understand what does the exclusive or later on. P exclusive or Q معناها إن P or Q but not both at the same time. هذا معنى exclusive or. It implies P implies Q. مثلا ال P if you study hard then you will get an A in the exam. فهذا ال implies operator. الباينري the if and only if. P if and only if Q. طبعا we are going to talk about those operators one by one. راح نمر عليهم واحد واحد. Okay. Now I just want you to know them, and inshallah we will talk about them one by one. So the first thing عندنا negation. اتفقنا ان negation اللي هو not. Is everything okay? شايفين الشاشة وكل شيء okay؟ طيب تمام. فthe first operator اللي هو negation أو the not نرمز له بالرمز هذا and we understand what does it mean. معناها إن أقول not على statement that I have. So if P is a proposition, the negation of P, we read it like negation of P or not P, معناها the not case that P happened. الأوبريتر قلت لكم إنها زي البلس والماينس والمالتيبليكيشن. هذا الأوبريترز. فهذه اوبريترز لكن على ايش؟ على البروبوزيشنز. اوكي؟ ف we have this statement هنا ال P London is a city. طيب إذا أبغى negation of P what will it be? It be London is not a city. Or ممكن نقول it is not the case that London is a city. It's the unary operator that's correct. It's acting on one statement. In one proposition. الحين we have what we call the truth table. The truth table معناها showing me all the possible outcomes that we have. الحين ال P, the statement P ممكن تكون false. Look at the table here. ال P ممكن تكون false وممكن تكون true. ما عندي أي option ثاني صح ولا لا؟ It's either false or true. طيب if the P is false, the negation of P will be true. لو ال P false, the negation of P will be false. فهذه نسميها ال truth table بمعنى أن كل ال possible outcomes that we have. كل ال possible outcomes إن ال P ممكن تكون false ممكن تكون true وال negation ممكن بيكون true or false. Okay? طبعا you know إن all the time ال T معناها true وال F معناها false here. Now we move to the second operator that we have اللي هو الconjunction. الconjunction اللي هو إيش؟ اللي هو and. And what's the symbol we are using? This is the symbol. زي رقم 8. It's and. Okay. فالconjunction it is connecting to proposition. لازم يكون عندي P لازم يكون عندي Q and it connect them together. يكون عندي something and a something. So PQ proposition, P and Q, we write it like this and we say this is a conjunction. The truth table is what you can see هنا. الحين لما يكون عندي two proposition إما الأول false والثاني false أو الأول false والثاني true أو الأول true والثاني false or both of them are true ولا صح كذا؟ إما اثنينهم false أو both of them are true أو الأول false والثاني true أو الأول true والثاني false. Those are all the options I have. Now, if I join them with and, it's only true if both of them are true and it is false otherwise. باقي الحالات كلها راح يكون false. ليش؟ دائما أنا أقول إن الأند متشددة شديدة ما تقبل تكون true إلا لما both of them are true. Let me give you an example. I'm gonna have a party if Ahmed get A and محمد get A. فأنا إيش معنى كلامي هنا؟ أنا ما راح أسوي البارتي إلا لما أحمد يجيب A ولما محمد يجيب A. لازم اثنينهم يجيبون لي ال A. لازم اثنينهم يكونون true عشان أنا أسوي بارتي صح ولا لا؟ طيب لو أحمد جاب A ومحمد لا no party. صح؟ لو both of them ما جابوا A no party. So I'm only gonna have a party if both of them got the A. فالآند كذا متشددة. أنا دائما أقول إن الآند is very strict. ما تقبل تكون true إلا لما both of them are true. Good. So they are giving you an example. P, I will have a salad for a lunch, and the Q, I will have a steak for a dinner. If I want to write P and the Q, it will be I will have a salad for lunch and I will have a steak for a dinner. عكس or, that's correct يا هيا. or is easy going. فريمبر ان عشان نتذكر دائما ان الاند هي اللي تستخدم هذه كأنها A صح؟ كأنها and. So always remember ان and جاية من A حقت and كذا ف it is going down. Okay. Now the or as we said is easy going. ما تتشدد كثير. الحين أنا لو قلت إن I'm gonna have a party if أحمد get A or محمد get A. So what does it mean? لو أحمد جاب A, I'm gonna have the party. So لو أحمد true ومحمد false, I'm gonna do the party. So it's true. والopposite. طبعا if both of them got A, I'm gonna be true as well. مرة ثانية راح أسوي البارتي. Okay? So the only case that the or is false is when both of them are false. Only if both of them are false, it is false. Otherwise, it's true. زي ما شايفين. It's true all the time, except the case that they are both false. Just a second. Okay, you got that? طبعا the truth table constructed the same way. أنا عندي both of them false. الأول false الثاني true. الأول true الثاني false. True, true. I'm gonna show you how to construct the truth table later on. ماشي? I'm gonna show you exactly how to construct the truth table. True 3, false only if both of them are false. For example, in my car has a bad engine and my car has a bad carburetor. It's in my car has a bad engine or my car has a bad carburetor. Yeah, I can see your question, Ahmed. Do you want to write it as a 01? Why do you want to write it as a 01? Now, later on, you will see for specific cases, yes, we are using the 0 and the 1. It's fine. For the sets, we are using the 0 and 1. So, still, it's fine, but I prefer if you use the truth table. The true false, I mean. Okay. So, or the disjunction, disjunction هنا is called the inclusive or. Why it is called inclusive or؟ لأن it includes the case when they are both are true. لأن راح نشوف إن exclusive or is removing this case لما يكونوا الاثنينهم true is removed في exclusive or، لكن في inclusive or it is added in here. Okay? So this is how the or is acting. It is easygoing. It's a true all the time. It's just false لما both of them are false. هاي الأشياء تنحفظ طبعا. Okay. Now here are the examples of a compound statement. احنا we said in a simple statement لما يكون فيها one fact، لما يكون بس P, just Q, just R, just S، فيها one fact, one sentence. Today is Sunday. It just have a one fact. It became compound when we are using an operator, when we use the connections, like when we say in a P or a Q and R. Like when we say P or Q and R, like when I say negation of P or negation of a Q, like when I say P or Q and negation of R or S, and so many examples. Okay? What do you mean, مدى؟ إيش أي مثالين؟ أي example اللي ما فهمتيه؟ ما إن هنا عندي one statement which is B وعندي one statement which is Q. جمعتهم مع بعض بالأور، بمعنى إن أنا كتبت ال P symbol وال Q symbol كل واحدة فيهم جملة واحدة ما فيها. لما حطيناهم مع بعض الحين مثل بي symbol لما يكون فيها fact واحدة، إذا هي لها كذا احتمال that's correct، ممكن تكون true ممكن تكون false، ولكن هي الفاكت اللي موجودة فيها كم فاكت؟ فاكت واحدة بس هنا، صح ولا لا؟ My car has a bad engine. Symbol ولا لا؟ Symbol. مو لازم يكون فيها one verb يا أحمد، أحيانا ما فيها verb حتى. لما أقول today is Sunday. Today is Sunday ما فيها verb. فيها one fact. فيها حقيقة واحدة. Okay? I'm gonna tell you how we can know how many rows you mean we have in the truth table. I'm gonna show you now. Okay? So, now it's the time to introduce to you how to construct the truth table. Now, if I have a statement with the one proposition بس, just one proposition. In one proposition عندي two cases. ممكن يكون false وممكن يكون true. Do I have any other thing? بس ممكن يكون true بس ممكن يكون false، صح ولا لا؟ طيب لو كان عندي two propositions، عندي P وعندي Q، اتفقنا إن راح يكون عندنا 4 options. ال P هنا وال Q هنا. ممكن إن ال P تكون false وال Q تكون true. Sorry. It's false أول شيء. وممكن إن ال P تكون false وال Q تكون true. أو ممكن هذه تكون true, false, and true, and true. Those are the options. لازم الترتيب يا. I'm gonna show you how we do this. لازم الترتيب. Now let me show you how we do it if we have 3 of them. لو كان عندي P ولو كان عندي Q ولو كان عندي I. How many of them I have? 3. لا ما راح يكون 6. راح يكون actually 2 to the power 3 which is 8 rows. What's the half of the 8? كم نص ال 8؟ 4. كم نص ال 4؟ 2. كم نص ال 2؟ 1. Construct the table. اتفقنا ان التيبل راح يكون فيها 8 rows. هنا راح يكون P، هنا راح يكون Q، هنا راح يكون ال R. اتفقنا ان 8 rows مقسمين 4 2 1. الأربعة لل P، الاثنين راح تروح مع ال Q وال1 راح تروح مع ال R. كيف؟ ال P راح تكون 4 false و4 true. ال Q رايحة مع الاثنين، بمعنى إن ال Q راح تكون 2 false بعدين 2 true بعدين 2 false بعدين 2 true. ماشية 2 2 ل Q، هذه ماشية 4 4. طيب وال R راح تمشي 1 1 بالضبط، فراح تبدأ false ترجع تصير true. false true false true false and true. الحين not all the time يا تالا we start with the false. ممكن نبدأ بالtrue، لكن if you start with the true هنا start with the true هنا وهنا. You got me? الحين I'm starting with the false لأن السلايدز كلها بادية بالفالس. لو شفتوا الكتاب يبدأ بالtrue. It's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna do it again. No problem. Let me do this again. Let's say إن أنا عندي P وعندي Q وعندي R. How many of them عندي؟ 3. الرول تقول إن it is 2 to the power 3 اللي هي 8. نص ال 8 4. Half of the 4 2. Half of the 2 1. بعدين أبدأ أقول لنفسي إن ال 4 هذه تروح لل P وال 2 هذه تروح لل Q وهذه تروح لل R. I do the table. عرفت إن التيبل راح يكون فيها 8 rows. هنا P هنا Q وهنا ال R. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8. صار 8 صح؟ 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8. We start putting things now. اتفقنا. ال P تشيل 4. لا ايش يا مايا؟ ايش العامل المشترك؟ ما فيها عامل مشترك. كيف عرفنا انها 8؟ جبنا 2 to the power 3. ايش ال 3؟ ال 3 اللي هي لان انا عندي 3 propositions. جبت 2 to the power 3. اوكي. فعرفت انها 8. عرفت انه راح يكون عندي 8 rows. رسمت الجدول وحطيت 8 rows. نص ال 8 يعني 8 على 2 it's 4. نص ال 4 2. نص ال 2 1. So we start filling. اتفقنا ان ال P راح تمشي 4 نص الأربعة هذه رول. الاثنين هذه قاعدة. It's actually 2 to the power n. ايش ال n؟ ال n is how many propositions we have. ال 2 هذه ثابتة. So ال P راح تمشي 4 so it's gonna be 4 false بعدين 4 true. ال Q تمشي ايش؟ 2 فراح تكون 2 false بعدين 2 بعدين 2 false 2 true. What about the R? The R goes like 1 مرة false مرة true مرة false مرة true false true false true. As I told you حبيتوا تبدؤون بالترو نبدأ بالترو هنا وهنا وهنا بس بنفس الطريقة 4 2 2 1 1. لكن إذا بدأت بالترو أكمل بالترو في كل واحدة فيهم. Okay, you got that? طيب let's say إن طلع عندي 4 proposition. in case كانوا 4 P Q و R و S. فإيش الرول؟ it is 2 to the power 4 اللي هو كم؟ 16. فكم رو عندي؟ 16 rows. نص ال 16 8. نص ال 8 4. half of the 4 2. half of the 2 1. نبدأ نسوي matching. ال 8 بتمشي مع ال P وهذه مع ال Q وهذه مع ال R وهذه مع ال S. And we do the table. ما شاء الله. Straight lines. Here we go. This is P, this is Q, this is R, this is S. يعني يجوز الاختبار أكثر شيء إنه زي الثري بروبوزيشنز اللي هو 8. impossible إنه يعني يجيبوا لكم في الامتحان 16. it will take a lot of time. Usually إنه it is just 8 rows. as we agreed راح يكون عندي هنا كم false؟ 8 false. وكم true؟ 8 true. وهنا 4 false 4 true. بعدين 4 false و4 true. بالنسبة للR 2 false 2 true 2 false 2 true 2 false and 2 true. You understand this, huh? وبالنسبة للS راح تمشي like false true false true false true إلى الأخير. You got that? You got that? As a summary. Just one, it's lagging here. Just 1 second. Oh. يجي في الفاينل لازم يجيكم table. لازم يجيكم أشياء زي كذا. Yeah, that's correct. Just 1 second, I'm gonna share the screen again. Yeah, disconnected. So let me summarize what we said. Let me summarize what I said. اتفقنا إن ممكن يكون عندي بس P. في الحالة هذه عندي بس واحدة صح؟ it is 2 to the power 1 which is just 2. 2 rows راح يكون عندي في التيبل. فهذا التيبل راح يكون just 1 P. البي راح تكون false or true فيها 2 rows. Good. الحين لما يكون عندي P و Q. How many of them I have? 2. So it's gonna be 2. شايفين الشاشة صح ولا قاعد يقطع معاكم؟ This equal to 4. لا بس بالنسبة لي أنا مش أوكي. Okay. Now since it's 4 راح نتكلم عن الانصاص. It will be 2. نص 4 is 2 ونص 2 1. الحين we start to connect. هذه راح تمشي مع P وهذه راح تمشي مع Q. And we construct the table. We will have the P, we will have the Q. P تمشي كم؟ 2 2 والQ تمشي 1 1. So the P will be false false, true and true. The Q will be false true, false and true. هذا الكيس of 2. طيب لو كان عندي P وعندي Q وعندي R, how many of them I have? I have 3 propositions. So التيبل راح تكون فيها 2 to the power 3 اللي هو 8 rows. طبعا مهم نكتب هنا rows. الحين نبدأ ننصصها. دائما نبدأ بالبي بعدين Q بعدين R. Yeah. نص ال 8 4. Half of the 4 2. Half of the 2 1. نبدأ نسوي matching. ال 4 تروح مع ال P وال2 تروح مع ال Q وال1 تروح مع ال R. Construct the table. والتيبل راح أحط فيها الثلاثة columns الأساسية اللي هي ال P Q وال R. وهنا كم راح يكون عندي 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8. how we're gonna work it. ال P راح تمشي 4 4، ال Q تمشي 2 2، وال R تمشي 1 1. ال P راح تاخذ false false 4 مرات، بعدين true true 4 times. Let me maximize this. Here we go. The Q will go like false false، بعدين true true، بعدين false false، بعدين true true. The R will go like false true false true false true and false and true. You got that? الحين ال P وال Q وال R prepositions. ممكن تكون preposition specified، أحيانا لا، أحيانا بس statement فيها P و Q R as a preposition ويقول لك study the truth table. مو لازم تكون مربوطة بstatement، أحيانا just a preposition. Okay? الحين you understand how to construct this truth table. الحين next thing we will have an example. شايفين example? They want you to construct the truth table of P or Q and R. ما أعرف ال P، ما أعرف ال Q، ما أعرف ال R، بس أعرف إن كل واحد فيهم احتمال يكون true واحتمال يكون false. يبغى ال truth table كل ال possibilities، كل ال options للstatement هذه، كل ال options اللي ممكن تحصل على ال P وال Q وال R بغض النظر what's the P, what's the Q, what's the R. When we talk about the truth table by the way ما راح يكون نعرف قيمتها. طيب أنا لو أعرف قيمتها ليش أقول إن ال P راح تكون true or false؟ إذا أنا أعرف قيمتها خلاص I know it's true. I don't need the truth table. The truth table for things that could be true, could be false. فconstruct the truth table معناها they want this table to be constructed. الحين عندي P، عندي Q، عندي R. How many of them I have? I have 3. فإيش الرول؟ It's 2 to the power 3. Which is 8. I know إن عندي 8 rows. نبدأ نصصها. Have the 8. Say 4. Have the 4. 2. Have it 2 is 1. نبدأ نربط. ال 4 go with the P. ال 2 go with the Q. And the 1 go with the R. As you can see, they did the table. حطوا ال P, حطوا ال Q, حطوا ال R. ال P مشت على 4 false بعدين 4 true. 2 false 2 true. 2 false 2 true. ال R تمشي 1 1 false true false true false true false true لحد هنا easy. نبدأ الحين نبغى نشوف الستيتمنت. الستيتمنت is P or Q and R. فلازم أجيب P or Q أول بعدين أسوي لها and with R. P or Q هذه P وهذه Q so I have to do or هنا. Now remind me what did we say about the or? What did we say about the or? قلنا it is the rule اللي في the or. مو قلنا إن الرول is easy going مرة flexible. أيوة. So it is true all the time. It's just false when both of them are false. فلما أطالع ال P وال Q هنا false وهنا false. So P or Q will be false. طيب لما تكون false false again it's gonna be false. طيب let's check this. False وtrue إذا بسوي لهم or it's gonna be true. صح؟ طيب false or true again is true. True or false again it's gonna be true. True false true. True true is a true. True true is a true. Okay. So احنا كنا نشتغل على ال P وال Q ربطناهم بالor. الأور ما هي false إلا لما both of them false بس هالاثنين والباقي كله true. You can see what we did. بس راح يكون false أول اثنين والباقي راح يكون true لأنه or. Then we are supposed to find this and R. مفروض P or Q and R. هذه P or Q وهذه R. صح؟ مفروض إن I join them with and. راح أربطهم بالand. What does the and do? إيش الكاركتر حق الand؟ Yeah, very strict. شديد. ما يكون true إلا لما يشوف الاثنين true وباقي الحالات كلها false. So ممكن سريع أنا بالنظر أشوف كذا متى راح يكونوا both true هنا، متى راح يكونوا both true هنا وهنا. فبس هذه الكيسز اللي راح تكون true والباقي false as you can see. فهذه التروث تيبل للستيتمنت هذه ال P or Q and R هذه التروث تيبل حقتها، هذه الاحتمالات كلها لها. No, I don't get your answer, your question يا سارة. يجي بالفاينل يا هيا طبعا يجي ضروري انه يجي في الفاينل، لازم يكون في سؤال على truth table. And by the way, it's the easier one, the easiest thing, and most of the students get the full mark in this question. هذا السؤال الهدية في الفاينل. It's very easy. إذا and أو or قلنا إن ال and is always false ما عدا لما يكون both of them are true. وال or is دائما true ما عدا لما both of them are false it's false. Okay? فهذا اللي نسميه truth table للبروبوزيشن هذه. Okay? فيختلف البروبوزيشن، يختلف size of the table depending on what we have. هنا مثلا عندنا P، عندنا Q، عندنا R. We have 3 of them. Okay? طبعا احنا still يجيكم propositions. Yeah. الحين أحيانا تجي as a statement، يجي English language statement that they want you to write it as a logical expression، وأحيانا يجي logical expression that they want you to write it as an English statement. يا منار يعني الترتيب بالنسبة للP والQ والR I told you إن إحنا دائما نمشي like PQRS. فالترتيب في التيبل امشوا عليه بالشكل هذا PQRS. Okay? We still didn't finish talking about all the operators. تكلمنا عن negation, we talked about the and, we talked about the or. Now عندنا exclusive or. قلنا إن ال or, we said إن ال or نسميها inclusive or. هذه ال XOR نسميها exclusive. الحين كلمة exclusive معناها حصري. So this is the truth table for the exclusive or. It is false if they are both false, and it is false if they are both true. بمعنى إن ما يقبل يكونون زي بعض. إذا زي بعض, it's gonna be false. If one true, one false, it's gonna be true. It makes sense صح ولا لا؟ إيش يعني exclusive؟ يعني حصري. يعني ما ينفع اثنينهم يكونون true. Yeah. This is the exclusive or. It's true only if they are different, and if they are the same, it's gonna be false. Now, example of how to use this exclusive or. If I have this statement, I will earn an A in this course, and I will drop this course. How we write it using the exclusive or بالإنجليش. It is I will earn an A in this course, or I will drop it, but not both. شايفين كيف نفرقها عن الأور؟ نفس ال or ولكن we add in the not both. They cannot happen at the same time. Okay? So the exclusive or is true لما يكونون different. It is false when they are the same. The same as a false, the same as being both true, it's going to be false. Okay? Yeah, now we will have an example عشان نشوف كيف نفرق ما بينهم. I'm going to show you an example on how actually to know they are different. Now here we have this example. They are telling you now in the English language, it can be tricky a little bit to distinguish between the or and the exclusive or. Exactly يا مدى، كلهم خطأ، كلهم صح، راح تكون false. الحين بالإنجليش language أحيانا يكون tricky to know إن it is or the or ولا the exclusive or. For example لما أقول لك Bat is a singer or Bat is a writer. Bat اسم شخص. He can be singer and writer at the same time ولا؟ It can happen إنه يكون singer و writer at the same time ولا؟ Hear my voice? Hello? Now you can hear me or not? Now you can hear me? Okay. The slide, you can see the slide? Okay, good. So again, let me repeat this. الحين Bat هو شخص. He can be a singer or a writer. Can he be both singer and writer at the same time? He can. This is the usual or. هذه الأور العادية. طيب لما أقول Bat is a man or Bat is a woman, can he be a man or a woman at the same time? This is not happening. I'm talking about the exclusive or. Here I'm talking about the XOR. The exclusive or is when they cannot happen at the same time. They are adding one sentence يقول لك إن إذا شفتوا في examples or خلاص ما يعني هو ما راح يخربطكم، ما راح يحط لكم or ويكون يقصد exclusive or. إذا شفتوا or بس or كذا على طول it is the usual or. It's the inclusive one. ماشي؟ Yeah. فلو شفنا sentence في الإكزام ولا wherever وفيها الأور خلاص I don't have to be confused, it's the usual or إلا إذا حط لي not both together. لو كتب لي جملة not both together عشان أعرف إنه it's the exclusive or one. Now, this is a simple exercise to show you what I talked to you about. I told you in sometimes يكون عندنا English statement they want me to translate it to logical expression. أحيانا logical expression that they want me to translate to the English language. I'm gonna enlarge this. Just one second. If I say my P is it rained last night. Okay, the Q in math, the sprinklers came on last night. And the R is the statement in that the grass was wet this morning. Okay, so they want me to translate those things to English. هذه logical expression. إيش negation P? What will be negation P? Negation B, it did not rain last night, I mean. Or it's not the case that it rained last night. It did not rain last night is the negation of this statement. The English thing of this logical expression. طيب the second one are and the negation of P. ايش ال R؟ The grass was wet this morning and it did not rain last night. So the grass was wet this morning and it did not rain last time is the English sentence out of this one. Check the third one now. The negation of R or P or Q. Negation of R, the grass was not wet this morning, or it rained last night, or the sprinklers came on last night. So this is the statement. The grass wasn't wet this morning, or it rained last night, or the sprinklers came on last night. So this is a simple exercise of what we talk about. English logical expressions. Yeah. تيجي أمور زي كذا يا يجي بالمultiple choice of course it will come. تجيكم أشياء زي multiple choice اختيارات. إيش كيف عرفت إن أنا فيه؟ مو حاط لي negation of B؟ مو حاط لي negation of B؟ علامة negation هذه. أوكي؟ يكون محدد كاتب لي negation of P. بالضبط احنا نطبق الإشارات على الإنجليش language. وأحيانا الأوبزيت by the way. أحيانا it's the opposite. No need for the break. Now I'm just gonna give like 5 more slides. Okay? ما أحب البريكس. خلونا نخلص. Now we have what we call the nested prepositions expression. معناها إنه يكون عندي one inside one. It's nested. I use the brackets هنا to organize the thing. فمثلا if I say I just saw my old friend and either he's grown or I've shrunk. شايفين الستيتمنت؟ الحين opposite ها راح يكون عندي English أبغى أحوله إلى logical expression. So على طول عيني جات على ال and على ال or as well. صح؟ So I just saw my old friend and either he's grown or I've shrunk. الحين the first sentence سميناها F. The second is G from grown and the third is S from the word shrunk. So this statement is F and G or S. Yeah. الحين if I change the place of the bracket, if I say it is F and G, it will be I just saw my old friend and he has grown. Or I have shrunk. It means different thing. If I leave it without a bracket, it will be tricky. Ambiguous, يعني it is tricky to be understood. الحين whenever I have something without a bracket, how can I know what to do first? We should talk about the precedence of the operators. النيجيشن أقوى شيء. and or next. Implies next. And the biconditional. If and only if is next. الحين مع الأقواس ومن غير الأقواس it's not the same meaning. الحين لو شلنا الأقواس you should be able to understand it by looking at the precedence of the operators. مثال عمليات الحسابية. That's correct. الحين لما يكون عندي في الماثماتكس مثلا لو كان عندي 2 multiply with 3 plus 5 الحين بدون أقواس صح ولا لا؟ لكن أنا لو أعرف الترتيب الصحيح بقدر أحسبها صح. المultiplication is stronger صح؟ فعندي دائما إن المultiplication والdivision أول بعدين البلس والماينس next. So we do the multiplication. We multiply 2 with 3, 6, and we add it to 5. The answer is 11. الحين if another student start with the addition, it will be wrong. طيب الحين ممكن أنا أكتب لكم إياها like 2 multiply with 3 plus 5 أكون أنهيت الخلاف. كتبتها بوضوح. The same thing هنا في البروبوزيشنال expressions. أحيانا تجي مع الأقواس. أحيانا تجي بدون الأقواس لكن لازم تعرفون which one is stronger. المultiplication والdivision عندهم the same precedence نفس الحضور. نشتغل عليهم from left to right. والaddition والsubtraction لهم نفس الحضور. نشتغل عليهم from left to right. الأقواس دائما البراكتس لها أولوية. دائما القوس لا أولوية بغض النظر عن whatever. الحين they are giving you an example هنا مثلا لو كان عندي negation S and F. الحين النيجيشن اتفقنا انها اقوى واحده صح ولا لا؟ فلما يكون عندي negation S and F انا اسوي الأند اول ولا negation اول؟ What should I do first? النيجيشن you got it؟ الحين هذه معناها negation S and F مش معناها اني اسوي الأند اول بعدين اجيب النيجيشن هذه wrong. This one is wrong and this one is correct. ممكن تكون جايه باقواس ممكن تكون جايه بدون اقواس. Now why this is important? This is important لو كان عندنا شيء زي كذا. Where is that? Where is that one? No. Yeah. Here. شايفين the truth table? They want the truth table of this one. They didn't put a bracket. They didn't do anything. طيب أنا what should I do first? أول بجيب الأور بعدين بجيب الإمبليكيشن ولا إيش راح أسوي؟ راح أبدأ بالنيجيشن. So as you can see بدأوا بالنيجيشن جابوا نيجيشن of R بعدين النوت بعدين جابوا الأور بعدين راحوا للإمبليكيشن. شايفين؟ بدأ أول شيء بالنيجيشن بعدين رحنا للأور بعدين رحنا للإمبليكيشن. ف you can get it from this table. أول شيء إذا في براكت الأولوية للبراكت. النيجيشن الأند والأور والإكسكلوسيف أور نفس بعض. If I have all of them أشتغل من يسار لليمين. والإمبلاي والإف and only if number 4. وطبعا نشتغل دائما from left to right. Work is from left to right. طيب we are still not done with those operators that we have. تكلمنا عن الأند تكلمنا عن النيجيشن أول شيء صح اللي هي النوت بعدين تكلمنا عن الأند we talked about the or and we talked about the XOR اللي هي exclusive or. Those are the things that we cover. Now we will talk about the implication. Now we will talk about the implication operator, the implies. The implication have hypothesis and it have a conclusion. Hypothesis اللي هي فرضية والconclusion اللي هي النتيجة. If you study hard, you will get an A. If you wake up early in the morning, then you will do a huge amount of work مثلا. Okay. If مثلا you are good in mathematics, then you will do very good in the discrete mathematics course. So دائما عندي hypothesis وعندي conclusion. Something lead to something. مثلا you get 100% in the final, you will get an A. If you get 100% in the final, then you will get an A. فلازم لما نشوف السهم معناها F and then. Okay? فهذا معنى الimplication operator. Now the truth table طبعا F then. If you get 100% in the final, then you will get an A. Something lead to something. The truth table of this one is what you can see here. عندي P وعندي Q. Again, I'm connecting P to Q فراح يكون التيبل فيها بس سطرين وراح يكون عندي false, false, true, true, false, true, false, true. الامبليكيشن بس true or true all the time. Don't open مواضيع جانبية. You are distracting me. خلونا نخلص بعدين بخلي لكم open time for the questions. It is only false لما يكون true رايح ل false and otherwise it's all true. حتى لما تكون false it's true. If you didn't study then you are not getting A. True ولا لا؟ Something false to something false, this is true. لما الفرضية خطأ أدت إلى نتيجة خطأ هذا true. لما فعل صحيح true وأدى إلى نتيجة true هذا true. برضو ممكن إنه false وأدى النتيجة true, it's again true. It's just false لما شيء true أدى لشيء false. مثلا you study hard and you didn't get an A. هذا خطأ منطقيا هذا wrong. Okay? You didn't study but you get an A. Great. True. لكن you study and you didn't get an A. Logically هذا false. منطقيا هذا شيء خطأ. إن لما واحد درس وما ياخذ A. لكن واحد ما درس وأخذ A. He's very smart. This is okay. Logically this is good. واحد ما درس وما أخذ A. false. It's true. لا ما غش أكيد لأنه شاطر. He's smart. Okay. ما عندنا أحد يغش. So true أكيد شيء true يؤدي لشيء false اللي هو ما هو المقبول صح؟ Logically منطقيا الغير مقبول هنا اللي false. أيوة يعني شيء صح logically يروح لشيء غلط ما هو مقبول. Yeah, we will have an example. Here we go. مثلا 1 equal to 0 and pigs can fly. 1 equal to 0 implies إن the pigs can fly. الحين is 1 equal to 0? This is false. Pigs can fly. This is false. طيب false راح ل false. True ولا لا؟ It's true. Yeah, you got it now? مع أن both of them are false لكن logically في عالم اللوجيك they are true. لأن شيء خطأ راح لشيء خطأ. So this is true actually. We have more examples هنا. Check the examples هنا بالblue. If the moon is made of green cheese, then I have more money than Bill Gates. Now, the moon is made of cheese, true or false? False. I have more money than Bill Gates. I wish. This is false. For false رايح ل false. What's the value of this one? It's true. Yeah? So this is another one. Here we go. 1 second. Now, if the moon is made of green cheese, رايحة للسنتنس اللي هي إيش؟ I'm on welfare. So the moon is made of cheese. Is false. I'm on welfare. Is it true? الحين false رايح للtrue. Is it true or false? welfare يعني good person أو طيب أو يعني good person. Good well-being. فthis is true. Logically هذا true. مع أن ما لها معنى صح؟ ولكن it's true. بالlogic word it's true. Now, if 1 plus 1 is 3, then your grandma wear combat boots. الحين 1 plus 1 is 3. False. Your grandma wear combat boot. إيش يعني combat boot؟ عارفين البوت العالية. It's a boot يعني فأكيد it's false يعني grandma are not wearing combat boot. So false رايح للفالس. اتفقنا إن هذا راح يكون إيش؟ Yeah, true. So it's only false لما يكون عندي true رايح لفالس وباقي الحالات كلها it's true. Good? You got it now? طبعا يعني أكثر واحد complicated من الأوبريتورز هذه اللي هو شوي صعب شوي tricky. You know why؟ لأن not all the time يكون مرة كثير عندنا وين ال first وين second sentence. Let me show you this. Let me show you this example. If you study, then you get an A. فهذه مرة واضحة. وين ال P؟ وين الأولانية؟ You study. وين الثانية؟ You get an A. طبعا الحين it's very important to know إن which one is P, which one is Q. لأن إحنا عرفنا لما ال P true ولما ال Q false, it's false. لو العكس it's true. So it's very important to know which one is P, which one is Q. So الحين this one can be written like this. I can write it like if you study, comma, you get A. من غير ما أحط then. I can write it like this. You can understand it. ولا مرة واضحة. طيب, I can write it like this as well. I can write it like you get A if you study. أقدر أسوي كذا ولا لا؟ لكن still هذه ال P وهذه ال Q. ننتبه مع أن أنا سويت switch. ولكن اللي جاية بعد ال F is my P. What comes after the F is my P. The other one is Q. So we have so many ways to write this statement, and this is the tricky thing about the implication. Now we have those are different ways to write this expression. ممكن إن نكتبها like F P then Q اللي هي اليوجوال العادية. ممكن إن نكتب إن yeah it's like the cause and effect thing. في hypothesis وفي conclusion. ممكن أكتبها F P comma Q من غير ما أكتب then. ممكن أكتبها like P implies Q. ما راح تشوفون ال F أساساً لكن you will find the word implies. أقول you study hard implies that you will get an A. فهذا implication. ممكن we write it like P only FQ. I can write it like مثلا you get, sorry not like this. You study hard only if you get an A. شايفين كيف تركي؟ مع انها جايه بعد الاف لكن مش بس F, it's only F. So what comes after the only F is the Q and what comes before it is my P. Also the when can replace the F. ممكن ان بدال الاف احط when. When you study hard you get an A. هذه ها. I can say when you study hard you get an A. فالوين ممكن نستبدلها مكان الاف. Okay. Also هذه واحدة من الفيمس اللي هي Q unless the negation of P. قولوا لي مثلا السنتنس هذه كيف أسويها Q unless P negation of P. You study hard if you study hard then you get an A. هذه السنتنس العادية. اكتبوا لي إياها كذا. Q unless negation of P. لا ما نغير في السنتنس، يعني ما ذكرنا احنا سالفة الفاينل اكزام. نستخدم نفس ال P وال Q اللي موجودين عندنا. This is the P and you get A is my Q. استخدموا نفسهم. Q you get an A. Unless, and what's the P? You study hard. Unless you didn't study hard. طيب, I'm gonna ask you to do this as an exercise. شايفين الستيتمنت هذه؟ أبغاكم تمشونها على كل الويز. كلها هذه ويز نقدر نكتب فيها الجملة هذه. If you study hard, then you will get an A. اكتبوا لي إياها بكل الطرق هذه. As a practice. And sometimes أنا أعطيكم practice, not a homework. You don't have to send it to me. You want to show it to me, you can send it to my email. ولكن just a practice for yourself. السنتنس هذه اكتبوا لي إياها بكل الطرق هذه. ماشي؟ الحين ممكن نكتبها as in a Q whenever P. Q you get an A. Whenever you study hard. Q follows from P. You get an A follows from you study hard. A necessary condition for P is Q. يعني نقول إن a necessary condition for you study hard is that you get an A. Sufficient condition for Q is P. كل مرة نشيل Q ونحط مكانها you get an A. وكل مرة نشيل ال P ونحط مكانها you study hard. Okay, so those are the different ways we can write this expression. Okay. طبعا الكيس السهلة لما يكون حاط لي ال F. على طول اللي بعد ال F is the P. لو حاط لي only F اللي بعدها is the Q. A little bit more. Here they are giving us 3 sentences asking us to tell whether it's true or false. If this lecture ever ends, then the sun will rise tomorrow. Of course, this lecture will end, huh? Then the sun will rise tomorrow. So this lecture ever end, true or false? True. The sun will rise tomorrow. True. فعندي true رايح ل true. The value is what? Yeah, that's correct. If Tuesday is a day of the week, then I'm a penguin. Yeah. Tuesday is a day of the week. True or false? It's true. I'm a penguin. False. True رايحة للفalse. Logically, it's false. Yeah. Now, 1 plus 1 is 6. This is a tricky question now. Trump, the president of the USA. Today is 19, huh? So that's true. It's still true. And 1 plus 1 is 6. This is false. For false, رايحة ل true. Yeah, this is what? That's correct. This is true. Okay. You got the idea? ممكن يجيكم true or false. ممكن يجي multiple choice, especially in the quiz. بس آخر example هذا please. أعطوني chance أخلص الexample. ماشي؟ Now in this example, if Maria learns discrete mathematics, this is the P, huh? Then she will find a good job. So هذه ال P وهذه ال Q. It's very important to know how to decide. So if I want to write it like QFP, إذا بكتبها بطريقة QFP, it will be like what? Maria will find a good job if she learns discrete mathematics. طيب, Maria will find a good job, اللي هو Q, when she learns discrete mathematics. This is another way to write it. الحين ما علينا true or false. ما سألني true or false. They are just asking me to rewrite it in different ways. زي الexample اللي أعطيتكم إياه من شوي. I ask you to rewrite it in different ways. So this is what they are doing. فهنا I'm writing it like Q and P. هنا I'm writing it like QFP. هنا sufficient condition for Q is P. What is Q? Q, she will find a good job. So for Maria to find a good job, it is sufficient for her to learn discrete mathematics. If I want to write it like Q unless negation of P, هذه اللي هي Q unless negation of P, it will be Maria will find a good job unless she does not learn discrete mathematics. Okay, so those are different ways of writing the first statement. أعطاني الجملة وكتبها ب different ways to show me in we can change the way we write the same statement to get the same meaning, to get the same value. Now this is just this part that depends on English language. وحتى إن if you write it using your own English, it's okay. The most important thing إن الآن تنحط في مكانها الصح، الأور تنحط في مكانها الصح، النيجيشن تدخل صح. English grammar we don't care. اللي يهمني ترتيب السنتمنت. بالضبط بغض النظر عن الجرامر. Okay, and just this part of the course that actually needs English language. And you are all good, mashallah. You finished the English 111. Now for today, just give me a chance to take the attendance. I'm gonna stop the record now. Does anybody have any question before we stop the record? أحد عنده أي سؤال regarding what we have covered already? Okay. Good. بالضبط. تبديل. البي تنشال ينحط مكانها الكيو. I'm gonna stop the recording now.